Earlier on today, some of the DayZ devs done a live stream on Twitch, and they were playing the game and answering some questions from chat. They answered some questions about 1.19, the new vehicle update, and some different bugs and fixes that they're working on for the game in general. So Mate and Adam live streamed on Twitch today for about 2 hours. I will leave the DayZ's Twitch link in the description down below, so you want to give them a follow. They're going to be streaming more often and answering questions and stuff like that, so it's definitely worth giving them a follow. It was quite interesting. Obviously, we're answering questions from people in chat, and they had some questions come in for 1.19, some for bows, some for vehicle fixes, ADS glitches, stuff like that. So I'm going to go through the important ones first, which would be the vehicles and 1.19. They were asked about 1.19, what can we expect, when is it coming out, and they said that 1.19 is going to be a massive update. They didn't tell us how big it was going to be or anything like this, but they said it was going to be a pretty massive update, and that's why DayZ 1.19 hasn't come out on anything yet, and it isn't going to come out for another while as well. There's two reasons for this. Obviously, with the update being so big, they have to kind of concentrate and focus on get all the content working and stuff like that, so it doesn't come out broken. Clearly, there's going to be a lot of, I'm assuming, content. I think there's going to be some Livonia additions added, and there's a possibility that the vehicle engine could come with this as well, but nothing has been confirmed. The second reason is that obviously with 1.19 coming out in middle of summer, a lot of developers and people are on vacation. It is hard to plan releases when, you know, people are taking time off, coming and going from work. It makes it a lot more difficult. So I think they're kind of taking the summer as like a little bit of a break. They're going to be working on it, and then I'd assume end of August time we will see the update come out, and it should be pretty interesting whatever it's going to be. So for right now, 1.19 has no release date. It is going to be a while, but it is going to be a massive update. That's what the devs have said. As to what that entails, we don't know yet. They also said that Livonia is getting some major changes. Now, we knew that Livonia was going to be adding some new POIs and some changes in general, but when they said major changes, this kind of changed how I looked at what Livonia was going to be getting. Does this kind of tease that there might be actual bunkers coming to the game? There is a possibility of that. They also did say with the new additions that are coming to Livonia that there will be some new survival challenges to it as well. Going to be interesting to see what that is all about. But whatever is coming for Livonia, it really does look like they are putting a lot of work, time and effort into it, and that it is going to completely change the way that map is played. Next important question they were asked was about the vehicles. People are going to be asked, what's the new vehicle engine going to kind of do? Is it going to be for stability? Is it going to be for animations, this type of stuff? And they answered back that the primary goal of the new vehicle engine is to stabilize vehicles. So if you've ever driven a vehicle and it starts bouncing, and you can see the suspension doing, you know, bouncing all over the place, freaking out, the vehicle engine is pretty much going to solve that. They did also say that the cars will feel a little bit different. They didn't go into much detail on this, but they did say they'll feel a little bit different. They didn't say if it'll be driving-wise, steering-wise, whatever. We don't know yet. They also said for console that it will improve vehicle performance on console, which is great news to hear. They did also mention that they were wanting to release the new engine for 1.18, but there was so many kind of roadblocks in the way and different things and fixes that needed to be done that they decided to push it back a bit more and release it when it is more in a polished state. There's obviously a lot of stuff that has to go into the console side of it and the PC side of it as well. They're constantly playtesting it, checking out, doing QAs on it and stuff like that, and they hope to have it out soon. But again, it's nice to see that they didn't just push the updates with 1.18 and it not be fully ready. They'd rather hold it off a couple more updates and then release it when it is fully ready to go, which is good to see. The devs are also asked about bows. They were asked if there was one thing you could add into the game, what would it be? One of the devs said they'd like to have bows back in. The reason bows aren't back in, this is what the dev said, is that it would take too much time and effort as of right now. They're obviously focusing on more important things that are in the timeline for the game right now, and they're putting the time and effort towards those more important features. They said down the road maybe it might be an option, but as of right now, bows aren't coming, as it would just take too much time, effort. It would take too many developers away from more important things that need to be done in the game. So there's your answer for that right now. They were also asked about the ADS bug. They are aware of the bug, and they are trying to work on a couple of fixes that will solve the problem. They do keep doing a number of play tests and stuff as well for fixes. But again, I think it's a bit more of a tricky one. They want to obviously find a solution that doesn't hamper the PvP experience as well, so it's kind of having to try to get a fix that fixes the problem but doesn't also affect gunplay in general. Someone in chat then did ask about the duping and swimming under the map. This is mainly for console. They said that QA, which is quality assurance, they're always looking at it and they are aware of the duping issues. They have apparently fixed quite a number of duping issues, but every time they fix one issue, another one pops up, and so they're kind of fighting a losing battle at the moment, but they are constantly working on it, which is great to hear. For the swimming under the ground, this is a glitch apparently that happens on console when it has to do with base building. There's some way you can get up against base building and it will put you under the ground. They are aware of this issue once again. They are constantly working on fixes and doing playtests to try and find the best way to solve this issue. Again, at the moment, they can't promise a fix for it right now, but they are constantly working on it and creating different solutions to try and fix it. And once they find one that actually works well, then they'll implement it. And the final question that was asked that I thought would be interesting to cover is, would mods be coming to console since Arma Reforger has? If you don't know, Arma Reforger released, and console and PC share the same mods. They have their own same kind of workshop that you can do, so anyone that uploads a PC mod for PC, console players can also download that same mod and use it. They said it's not coming anytime soon. They don't plan on doing anything like it. They said that when the Arma devs were trying to get it working for Reforger, that it was a super complex thing to do and took years to get done, and that if they were to do it for DayZ as well, it would be even more complex as well. They'd rather focus their time on the actual game instead of working on this one issue, as it would just take up far too much time. That is pretty much all the kind of interesting and important questions and answers I took from the DayZ livestream. There was obviously a ton more questions that were asked, but I just wanted to get kind of the main ones people have been asking for a while. Obviously 119, ADS bug, that type of stuff. It was good to see them answering questions like this. It was very good to watch them play the game and answer questions. Very informative. Even though they can't really give much away in terms of, upcoming stuff or anything like that, it was really good just to hang out in there as well. A load of different DayZ modders, DayZ content creators, streamers, YouTubers, you name it, were in chat as well. It was great to see. So again, their Twitch is linked down below, so if you want to follow them, check them out, be sure to do so. And let me know your thoughts on this down below. I think it's a lot of good information came from it. It's nice to see the devs streaming and being a part of the community even more than they already are, which is always great. And until the next one, I should catch you guys then. So peace out for now.